I'm Gerry Ellis.
Hi, this is Gerry.
Hi, I'm Gerry Ellis. I'm Gerry Ellis. Hi, this is Gerry. This is Gerry.
Hi, this is Gerry.
Hi, this is Gerry. Hi, I'm Gerry Ellis. Hey there, I'm Gerry Ellis, and this is Apes Like Us. Part of what I want to show you is the things that you never get to see. The things they're almost like behind the scenes of what goes on in sanctuaries with vets and their education programs, their community programs, the volunteers, and the same with national parks and the park guards and the training, the security. You know, there's this whole complexity of things that happen that enable us to keep apes like us on this planet. And that's what this section is really about. I call it affectionately creature comfort, but it's really about the people that make the lives of apes like us secure, happy, caring. What I want to do is highlight those things and highlight those amazing people that are making those things happen. Here's a preview of some of those things we'll be looking at in future episodes. Just heard a pock pock. There's a gorilla.
Specializing in behavior management of captive primates.
You know, there's one thing that apes like us share, and that is the need for a home. Not necessarily a doorway and a roof over our heads, but love and caring. Like you just saw in the segment, Creature Comfort. It's a chance to live in a wild world filled with risks and opportunity. Home is as small as your backyard. It's as big as the earth itself. You know, it's like this giant tree behind me here. I mean, the thing goes up 7, 8 stories into the canopy. That's our home too. We live in those small boxes and we move those small distances on this planet, and I think we forget that we are connected to the whole. There are 7 billion plus apes like us. There's less than 1 million gorillas, chimps, orangutans, and bonobos still surviving on this planet. And we call it home. I want to share with you why I love this planet so damn much and why it breaks my heart every time I see what we're doing to it. And on the flip side, I want to share with you the magic of this planet, from the things that don't look like us to all those that do. And that's what I want to share with you in We Call It Home. The thing that's so fascinating to humans about apes is we are so alike. If you walked into that clinic right behind me, what you would see is something that doesn't look a whole lot different than any rural clinic scattered around the countryside, or maybe even your own doctor's office. And the reason should be about as clear as the nose on our face. At least this nose. This is a pretty big nose. You know, from the big brown eyes that stare back at us, from our fingers to our toes, it's that alikeness, whether it's orangutans, bonobos, gorillas, chimps. You know, in fact, we're so alike that we've often had apes, especially chimps, stand in as our surrogate selves. We've sent them into space when we weren't courageous enough. We've had them test drugs when we weren't brave enough. We've put them in places that we wouldn't go. This segment is to try to untwist, unravel those strands of DNA and get to the bottom of some of the things that we share with apes. And I wonder, what else is there that we aren't even looking at? What aren't we listening to? For better or worse, we're one big extended family. In All in the Family, I want to unleash my curiosity. I want to unleash your curiosity with your questions, and talk to experts, and explore that extended family that we have evolved into. Something that you won't find anywhere else is 60-second Ape Update, a look at key news events and headlines from around the world impacting apes like us. There are so many things that happen behind the scenes in creating Apes Like Us. I'd like to give you a look at some of those things, like, for example, what's in my bag, kind of a geeky gear section, or how I get there. There are so many things, crazy, wacky things that happen long before the filming begins. And as you can see, sometimes you go a little deeper than you planned and you get all the way into your camera bag there. So luckily it's a waterproof camera bag. Oh, it's finally cooling off here in the rainforest. I think it's time for your moment of zen.